E aí pessoal, quem fala aqui é o Kaylin. Começando hoje a nossa série de Alan Wake Remastered aqui no computador. Esse jogo eu peguei na Epic, né? Tava na promoção ainda Halloween. Aproveita enquanto ainda tá. Quando eu postar esse vídeo, né? Depende. Apesar que vai ter amanhã só. Mas bem, eu tô aqui para começar essa série que eu quero fazer, tipo, eu quero gravar o Alan Wake 2 quando eu tiver a oportunidade de pegar ele. Só que antes eu queria passar pelos jogos da Remastered, né? Que é o Alan Wake, o Control e o Control Break. Então, bora lá pro Alan Wake Remaster. O Control eu tenho aqui, nunca joguei, se por tinha guardado pra gravar, mas tipo, não chegava o momento certo. Agora começou, sacou? Vou jogar no normal. Qualquer cena que esteja
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist
sem
outside
música
of logic,
deve ser por
and there's
conta de
little
direitos
fun to be had in
autorais.
explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear.
Talvez abaixe um pouco a música, não
In a
sei.
horror story, the victim keeps asking.
Pera lá. Eu vou baixar um pouco a música, que eu não sei como é que ela é. Mas não vou abaixar tanto. Aqui, pronto.
Why? But there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
E ele só some. Ok.
Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could
Eita.
hardly stay on my feet.
Agora a gente começa. Olhe para em direção da luz. Move a câmera. Não. Pra mim tá ótimo assim. É pra cima, pra baixo, pra baixo. O farol.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Deixa eu dar uma olhadinha aqui.
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
Garrafas de café. Caramba, tem 100 espalhado por aí. Não vou ter toda essa proeza não de achar sem garrafa, hein, eu acho. Quê?
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God?
Quem é você?
You think you could just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama?
Porra.
You're in this story now.
Caralho.
You're a joke. There wouldn't be a single readable sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never publish another one of your shitty stories, 'cause I'm gonna kill you. It's not like your stories are any good. Not like they have any artistic merit. You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me.
Um cartaz desaparecido meu?
You missed your deadline!
Damn.
You can't stop me!
Vem aqui.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
Que personagem?
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Corre, 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 corre. Para não, Alan.
This way, this way! Hurry!
It's me! Play Stewart, remember? Quickly, get inside! There's no time to lose!
Ei, que merda.
Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Nossa senhora. Caralho.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Que isso?
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Caralho, como é que eu abro a porta?
Follow the light. You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Ok, pera. Recupera a vida na luz, certo.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
Obrigado, eu não queria ter que pular.
To teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm.
Ô porra, não tenho
Only light
arma.
can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away. You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Remember what I've taught you. That is
Eu
all.
vou precisar.
I will give you back your dream now.
Obrigado pela ajuda.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Ok, bora lá.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna This isn't weak.
Certo? Tô pegando um jeito, só que eu preciso de pilha, tá acabando. Beleza. Tá, no farol parece que na luz recarrega aqui as coisas.
You're dead, just like
O sinalizador é bem importante, gostei. Ah, porra. Eu queria explorar ali. Corre. Não deve conseguir entrar no farol por conta da luz.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Achei que o carro dele era de trás.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A
Um
city boy,
segundinho.
moments before he got eaten by a bear.
damn yuppies.
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Beer fest, huh? Did you hear that, Hein?
Tira foto.
Lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Prazer.
I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an
E eu já volto, pera lá. Só um segundo, deixa eu pausar aqui pra pegar um negócio ali pra mim, tomar uma aguinha. Voltamos com Alan Wake.
reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two...
O que foi isso, caralho?
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah. We just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll
Tem
call
nada
back later to
aqui.
make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
Oxi,
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
deixa eu ver o negócio. Gráficos, tela inteira, display, nível SD não, proporcional redução, sincronia vertical, PTC. Tá, às vezes parece que dá uma bugadinha
Barry is Barry. I can
no
always turn off the
gráfico,
phone.
mas
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Mas por onde que a gente vai sair? Aquilo dali é uma ah, não, é uma rampa.
Come on, slow.
Pera lá, eu já volto, pessoal. Eu quero ver se isso aqui parece ser algum bug, alguma coisa que dá pra resolver aqui, senão é meio chato, mas tipo, não parece atrapalhar tanto. Já volto. Eu voltei. Se persistir esse bug, pessoal, sei lá, eu não me importo de jogar, assim, não me incomoda tanto, sinceramente. Só espero que vocês estejam de boa com isso.
Yeah, sounds like you've got a lazy
Que a
bastard
versão que não é remaster não tem legenda em português, sacou? Eu prefiro jogar assim, não tem problema pra mim. Eu dou uma mexida na configuração depois, qualquer coisa. Mas pra onde que a gente tem que ir? Aí, ó, viu?
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave.
Independente, eu comprei o pacote que vem as DLC do Control, porque eu não tinha pra eu poder gravar depois, sacou? Acho que o importante é as cutscenes tá funcionando.
Like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment.
I can't believe it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Ah, esse aqui é o ator físico dele, tá, pessoal?
Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
So much for a quiet vacation.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Eu obviamente tenho que ir no corredor escuro.
Are you staying long, Mr. Wake? I can't believe it. I'm having a conversation with Alan Wake.
Vou ficar por aqui um tempo, sim. Olha só minha banda favorita.
Flavor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable.
Bem, se tiver multado aqui, já sabem, né, pessoal? Bora usar.
You put the lime in the coconut, drink them both up.
Just because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you in
It does
your
that.
sleep.
Get stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack. Yes, that's my favorite tune. Coconut.
Tá aqui, amigo.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Bancado.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find
You don't
Stucky,
wanna die,
to get the
do
key
you?
and get out as soon as
Worse.
possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overacre fans always did.
Agora não tem mais volta.
Hello? Mr. Stucky?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Mulher estranha.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Se você diz.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
Eita caralho, que foi isso?
And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
I hadn't seen her leave, but the old lady was gone.
Ah, sabia.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Para lá, só um segundinho. Eu vou ver se eu acho mais alguma solução. Deve ter uma solução para esse gráfico bugando, mas sei lá, mano, já volto. Testei aqui a configuração da NVIDIA por alguns minutinhos, segundos na verdade, algum tempinho, não aconteceu nada por enquanto, mas bora lá continuar.
Yeah, splendid, splendid. It's been a long time, Tom. Good to see you.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on you, would you, Tom?
I wish.
Vambora, antes que dê direitos autorais.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Ah.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Ah, que merda.
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on
Daria.
vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down.
Chalé bonito.
It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light
O YouTube vai me falar tudo depois e eu vou arrumar.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a fear.
Ai!
The fear of darkness.
Merda.
I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Ah, cara, sério que tá com esses bugs? Vamos jogar por mais um tempinho. Essa ideia eu vou pegar, pausar, e daí eu não sei se vai ter série disso ou não. Se continuar assim é complicado.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
The lights are on. Good work, honey.
Start settling in. Vamos continuar jogando por enquanto. Eu tô gostando do jogo, só tá bugando mesmo. Tristeza.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
Eita. Bora lá. Saco.
Alice? Honey?
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Calma.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer.
Well, Rose, I
just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret's out. This is Pat Maine on KBF-FM. And now, some music.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
Incrível, né?
Alan, come here, Slowpoke. I'm waiting. Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make.
Eita.
I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice! Everyone
Hey,
keeps...
hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No! It's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Poxa, Alan.
God damn it!
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
Ah, quer saber? Foda-se. Desculpa aí, pessoal, mas eu tô me divertindo com o jogo, por mais que tenha os bugs, sacou?
Alice?
Alice? Alice!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming!
What the hell?
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Vou chamar a série de Bug Wake.
Wake up!
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
Por onde eu tenho que ir? Aqui, certo.
The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Damn.
Nossa senhora.
Hello?
Meu Deus. Pelos fortes do caramba.
Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see.
Nossa, que da hora
It glistened
isso.
with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Ok. Beleza.
Please! I've been in an accident!
Ai, ai, vai dar bosta. Romance interessante.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Esses bug gráfico parece que é uma coisa que vai importunar mesmo. Então a gente tem que aceitar isso, infelizmente. Calma. Tá falando pra eu vir por aqui, mas eu não vou por aqui, eu vou por cá pra ver o que tem aqui. Não, não tem nada. Beleza.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
Foi bom.
Fair and square.
Puta que pariu. Café.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite.
Esse aqui parece muito o que aconteceu lá no início.
Like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave.
Mano, isso aqui é um livro incrível. Manuscrito. Ok.
To arrive. News? It's the latest thing!
Kill?
Two birds?
Incontestably
Proven! Great!
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Perfeito.
During your recommend trying walking. It's the latest thing. Incontestably.
Yes.
Proven.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Merda.
Hello?
You can see the sights and keep
Saco.
those cholesterol levels.
The spat.
Nossa. Opa. Ei, legal, hein? Bosta.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out. More of them. My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Obrigado.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Isso é importante. Bom saber isso. Isso ajuda também. Hã? Merda, mano, o chão bugou.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
It's rabbit season!
Pra baixo que eu tenho que ir, mas eu vou pra cima. Caralho.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now, she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. What the hell was that?
Foi uma visão,
When I saw the
Alan.
river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Café. São 6, já tenho 4.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that. Not sleeping, messed up.
Tem alguma coisa acontecendo.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Munição. Nada aqui, o manuscrito eu já peguei. Eu já volto, tá? Pera lá. Vou pausar aqui. Eu fiz mais alguns ajustes aqui pra ver se ajuda, pessoal. Vamos ver se vai funcionar agora, pelo menos um pouquinho mais bonito, sem ter tanta falha assim. Pelo que eu vi, talvez ainda tenha, mas talvez seja menor. Eita! O som tá na TV. Eu esqueci de mudar porque eu tava vendo o vídeo. Vou arrumar. Pronto. Ok. Tem que esperar pra ver se dá os bugs. Por enquanto tá quietinho, tá normal, mas né. Já notei como é que é isso, aparece do nada. Beleza, bora.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Beleza.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Olha lá. Gerador. Tem por aqui mais um manuscrito, deixa eu dar uma olhadinha de leve. Ah, aquela parte que eu fui atacado por pássaros.
Swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant.
Olha, mano, até agora, assim, não sei se eu tô sendo muito otimista, talvez eu esteja sendo muito otimista. Mas até agora tá indo bem o gráfico. Parece que não estamos por enquanto com mais problemas, mas pelo que eu vi não é uma solução tipo permanente, é só meio que vai demorar a acontecer, mas tem chance de acontecer. Mas se for assim é muito melhor, pelo menos eu consigo gravar de boa Não tenho problemas nem nada do tipo. Quer dizer, os problemas diminuem bastante, né? Deixa eu pegar um negócio que eu esqueci e já volto, pera. Prontinho, voltei aqui. Acho que agora sim eu vou conseguir de boa. Eu tava fazendo umas coisas aqui em casa, tive que fazer. Rapidinho, voltei. Bora lá. Café! Beleza. Para que serve isso eu não sei. Oi? Agora é só subir aqui. É B, não A. Não tô acostumado ainda. Uhum. Ah, não deu, tristeza.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are
Ok, vamos
probably
ver
in
que
your
é o
beds
cara
by
da
now,
rádio.
but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something
Okay.
in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people.
Hey.
Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Ah, isso não é um bom sinal. Ó a música, porra!
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
Ok, deixa eu baixar um pouquinho a música. Eu tô com medo que vai dar direitos autorais, mas tá bom. Qualquer coisa, eu silencio essas partes.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
Ok.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it.
Beleza.
I never touch salad, though. A man like me needs a hefty meal. That's for the day.
Beleza. Bora lá. Boss fight agora? Deixa eu arrumar meu cabelo que tá me atrapalhando aqui no meu fone. Pronto. Nossa, depois que eu fiz a configuração, mano, realmente não teve mais problema. Foda, hein? Mais um manuscrito?
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Isso é coisa que ainda tá para acontecer, aparentemente. Tem umas coisas que ainda estão para acontecer e tem coisa que já aconteceu de leve.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But
Twilight Zone?
the legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already
Cara, eu ficaria pra ver, sinceramente.
to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that.
Pera, esse é o doutor que...
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so
É o doutor que a Alice tinha falado, que tava no livro.
Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm.
Ok. Tá, eu tô curioso. Vamos dar uma olhadinha, desculpa aí.
And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
Na verdade, ela te matou em outra realidade.
Every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools!
Olá.
Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Tá que em outra realidade ele tá vivo.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often.
Mano, gostei do episódio, gostei. Será que tem mais? Vamos ver se nós achamos mais por aí, né? Foi divertido. Vamos lá. Acho que quando eu achar esse episódio eu vou fazer uma pausinha. Só se vocês gostaram. Ô, porra. Merda.
As you might think, it can be dangerous. It requires patience. Even with the engine takes hours to cool. Having tools isn't easy and fatal. Mistake. Big power. Needs engine and then rent car.
Ali. Vai, porra.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares
Que
to
merda,
come,
hein?
assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive. I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Carro alegórico. Deer Fest, a festa do viado.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Ok. Estamos seguros por enquanto. Ah, tem um ano escrito aqui.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head.
Ele tá aqui.
Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brake. Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alice.
Ficou faltando uma folha, será?
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Café! Pera. Deixa eu pegar isso aqui. Nossa, então já tá desaparecido o quê? Falta 7 dias? Passou uma semana inteira desaparecido? Não é possível isso.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay?
Que merda tá acontecendo então?
Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Que nem que tá escrito lá naquele negócio que eu achei.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. but the cabinet disappeared.
Prefiro você de barba.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups.
Café.
Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion,
Tô pegando tudo que eu vejo de café.
all sorts of miracles,
Será que eu
my
vou
dear.
conseguir pegar o 100?
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Aí, ó, ele com barba é melhor.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which by...
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. This was a late goodbye.
Ah, tem página que é só em outro modo de dificuldade, entendi.
The way will happen over my dead
Mas se eu
body.
soubesse disso, eu tinha ido pro último mesmo, e foda-se.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Just get the lights back on, now, please.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Porra, acontecer um apagão no meio da cidade grande é foda, exatamente na tua casa ainda.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that?
Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
O que tem por aqui, pessoal?
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
Pessoas desaparecidas. Para Breaker.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now. Very good.
I'll come back later on and remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Claro.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking.
Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Ele não vai aparecer não, amigos.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Tô indo.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park.
Mr. Wake,
There's a
can I
spot
help
called
you with
Lover's
anything?
Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with dedicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their dear festival.
Vamos lá.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car. The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform at Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Isso estava fechado antes.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it, but it took the pain. A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey!
Filha da puta.
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
Sei lá.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Não duvido nada.
And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared?
Wait here.
Time you slept? Are you high?
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap.
Ah,
They're illegal
tadinho.
to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm. Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
Wait here. I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Espero que o cachorro melhore, tadinho dele.
If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit. That's just crazy talk, Al. Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Saúde.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Apagar a luz, não, sai fora. Parece ter mais nada aqui. Beleza, bora. Ok.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice. I knew I should have gone to the cops.
Nossa, tá muito melhor pra jogar esse jogo depois que eu arrumei, mano.
But I was still angry with
Sem
Barry
bug
for
nenhum.
trying to
Ó.
talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety.
Eu não sei se eu tô maluco, mas eu acho que eu vi algo. Cara, eu juro que eu acho que eu vi algo passando ali atrás, mas tá bom. Não duvido nada. Começou. Puta que pariu, hein?
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish. Especially in Night Springs.
Já volto. Eu tenho que ir no banheiro e eu vou ver esse episódio de Night Springs. Voltei.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's up.
Alguém vai morrer, não vai dar bom então.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on!
Oh God!
I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me!
Você vai morrer de qualquer forma, pode esperar.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a... The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Somebody.
Já era. Você vai morrer, amigão. Infelizmente.
Hello? Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me.
Tarde demais pra você, amigão.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh, good boy.
Uma pena que você vai morrer. Você parece cara legal.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with flaming ashes. I felt a darkness.
I just need hunting licenses.
Saco.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Já era. Cadê ele?
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park
fishing
license. Obey
operator's instructions
at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never.
You approach closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves never approach the other closer than
25 yards.
Pets must be leashed. Never leave your
pet unattended.
It is
against the law
to remove any or historical artifacts from the park. This includes even
rocks.
You may
find along the river,
or even simple berries.
Saco. Coitado do Rusty. E o cachorro, o que aconteceu com ele? Tadinho.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Ai, que merda. Ele não tem proteção diferente dele, né? Eu já tô sabendo lidar com a situação.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
O que tem pro lado da caverna ali? Tô curioso. Ah, já volto, pera, tão me ligando aqui, só um segundo. Eu voltei. Essa caverna foi sede de frequentadores e lucrativas atividades de contrabando na época da Lei Seca. Costumava ser usada para armazenamento temporário de álcool, contrabando no Canadá, mas às vezes o álcool também era destilado no local. Escopeta! Porra! Eu não achei que ele ia cair.
Was at the far end of the nature trail.
Deixa eu pegar as coisas ali de novo. Aí a gente continua o nosso caminho. Vambora. É um barulho estranho pra caralho, na moral aqui. Maravilha, vambora.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Beleza. É, já tô vendo que vai dar merda assim que eu sair daqui, bora. Deve ter mais. Ok. Da hora. Luz, que bom. Tem que chegar até ali. Pronto, isso aqui vai me ajudar um pouco. Tem um manuscrito meu ali.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Café! Olha você aí. Tem outro ali embaixo. Quantos cafés eu tenho, será? Deixa eu ver. 16. Porra! Nossa, eu morri. Nossa, mas também o tanto de gente, porra, caralho. Eu não tenho nenhum sinalizador no momento. Caralho, porra. Cara, do meu ponto de vista eu tô fudido aqui, calma lá. Você tá tudo na merda. Ô, pessoal. Ai, já volto, pera. Tá, demorei um pouquinho, mas consegui passar.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Alguém tá atrás de mim. Pelo menos aqui tem luz.
Shit.
Ah, porra!
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
Beleza, então, fechou.
Then, I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up.
Vai, porra!
Like that, boy! Huh? That's right. Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Beleza.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it! Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. How's that? Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe.
Ah, vai tomar no cu, vai.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. A last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Tem uma coisa importante aqui pra eu pegar. Vai lá, é com você, garanhão. Acabou meus sinalizadores, amigo. Opa! Pá, vai tomar no cu, vai. Vai começar de novo? Beleza, então. Vou cortar essa parte, você já sabe. Vou acabar demorando um pouquinho aqui. Acho que acabou a horda.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
Porra, seu idiota. Aí você não ajuda também, né? Merda.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and on more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something... The manuscript because he thought it held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Por aqui. Porra. O cara tem armadilhas pra um cacete, hein?
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on. Something that reminded her of her father.
Estranho isso aí, hein? Por aqui. Ok. Que merda foi essa? Deu certo.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was...
Quando eu ouvi uma motosserra de fuder, né? Vai dar merda isso aqui, hein?
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Eita. Perfeito. Já volto aqui, só um segundo para lá. Tem que pegar um negócio, desculpa. Yup. Olha eu aqui de novo. Ali que a gente tem que chegar agora. Mano, essas garrafas de café estão na puta que pariu, hein? Até agora eu acho que eu peguei todas. Eu acho que sim, né, no caso. Ele deve ter passado por aqui. Porra, 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 porra! Caralho. O negócio quase me cai. Ah. Beleza. O que tem aqui em cima?
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank.
Ah, espero que ele esteja bem. Tem um caminho pra cima, mas tem um negócio ali embaixo. Vou dar uma olhada. O que tem aqui? Ah, manuscrito.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there.
Beleza, pra cima agora. The darkness already is her face. Ai, caralho. Porra, que merda foi essa? Tá bom, né? Por aqui. Queria terminar esse episódio antes, pelo menos, de encerrar o vídeo. Não sei se falta muito. Caralho.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Ah, Barry.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can harm about nature and yourself.
Thank you. Tá, vambora. hein? Consegui chegar aqui já. Agora tem que chegar lá em cima. Bem que ele falou dos pássaros.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing. It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Ok. Opa, tem umas coisinhas aqui. Caralho. Perfeito.
They're gone.
The darkness control. Escuridão controla. Barry?
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Agora acabou o vídeo por hoje, quer ver?
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the
Oh Dear Diner.
Good girl.
Oh, merda.
Previously on Alan Wake. How the hell did
Vou encerrando...
she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
Bem, eu vou encerrando o vídeo por aqui. Eu pulei justamente por conta disso. Obrigado a todo mundo que assistiu e até a próxima. Falou, tchau, tchau. Boa tarde.